everything.
Oh, tired. I'm supposed to be camping right now, or at least camping today, but I have abandoned that mission because I don't feel very good. So instead, I'm doing this. I actually haven't ridden a motorcycle at all in quite some time, so this is kind of nice. Try to just get back into it, to feel for things again. I don't think I've ridden since the last camping video I made, actually. But today I want to talk about how to make YouTube videos that don't suck, part 2. So I think last year, maybe around this time, I made a video called how to make YouTube videos that don't suck, where I talked about things that I've learned since I started doing this. And it did pretty well. I think it was interesting. And so I thought, hey, maybe every year I could do like a little update on that and just add a little more information about what I think. Tips on what I think people should do to be taken seriously and make videos that are actually entertaining. So the first thing I want to talk about in this range of topics is that what makes a video good is simply whether or not people watch it. That's the bottom line. Like, you can have the nicest cameras in the world and you could shoot something that nobody cares about, or you could take cell phones and a flip video and make the most captivating YouTube video ever made. It almost entirely depends on whether or not people watch it. Like, that's the whole point. So that's why you see a lot of vloggers that just have like low production values but unbelievable numbers of viewers, because they figured out a little formula where they can put the minimum amount of effort in physically and production wise to sell you a product that you love. Like, motovlogging in general is just when people ride around like this and talk, and it's really easy to do that. So my point is, I think it's important to figure out a process that you use to create videos that minimize your amount of production effort. And if you can do that and make a video that's entertaining, you're on the right track, because it allows you to produce things rapidly and efficiently. So the next thing on this list is you need to have a story or a narrative of some sort that people can become engaged in. And the story doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be like a narrative of what's going on, what you're doing, and you have to have something to say. Because if you don't have anything to say, you don't have a video. For example, in one of my camping videos, let's say I'm going to the Swansea mine, right? I'm going to go over there, I'm going to investigate the mine. The story is, I'm going out to, first of all, find the mine, figure out where it's at, and I'm going to just walk around and explore it and talk about what I think about what I'm seeing, and, you know, find a spot to camp, and then in the morning I'll talk about what it was like to camp there, and at the end I'll just kind of conclude with, you know, my thoughts on the whole trip. And that all together makes a story, but it requires a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I think a lot of people don't realize that they leave that out sometimes. But every vlogger, even like people that do it every day, they have stories. There's a plot of some sort. There's a topic that they talk about, and the topic kind of becomes the engaging part. You know, it becomes the story. But my point is, you can't go out and make a video about nothing. You have to figure out what's going on in your video that you can talk about and make engaging. Like, one that a guy that I think does this in a very interesting, unique way is Chase on Two Wheels. He's been motovlogging like forever. It's his job now. But if you watch his videos and you listen to his topics, it's a bunch of bullshit. Like, he's not actually talking about anything. He's just making it sound like everything that's happening is super dramatic, and it feels like you're watching something engaging, when really you're just watching a guy screw around dropping his motorcycle in the snow or something. But it's something you need to do. You need to focus on what your narrative is and how you're going to relay that narrative. And not everyone is good at talking, Not everyone is good at rambling. So if you figure out something like one idea to focus on and then riff on that idea, you can kind of find your story, you can find your topic in that. Try to keep that in mind when you're out filming stuff. And on that topic, I want to talk a little bit about what I think a vlog topic actually is and how you can kind of analyze it and understand it yourself. Because in the beginning, when I started doing this, I didn't want to have topics. I didn't want to talk about things like I'm doing right now. My plan was to just go out, explore things, and talk about the things I'm exploring. And that works, but it's not enough commentary to fill up a video. Which is why having a topic is a requirement. Like, it's not even an option. Like, if you're going to make a moto vlog, or you're going to make a vlog at all, where you sit and talk to a camera about something, you got to have something to talk about. And so, the way I look at it is a vlog topic is anything that you think is interesting that you might bring up to a friend for conversation. And then, instead of actually talking to a friend about it, you express your ideas about it like this. It's kind of like doing radio. You just sit there and you talk on something, you talk on a topic and an idea, and then you just see where you can lead yourself, see where you can go with it on your own. And the more you do it, the better you get. The better you'll get at kind of exploring ideas in your own head. But my point is, like throughout the day or throughout life, I just kind of, every time I have a thought where it's like, oh, that'd be interesting to talk about to somebody, I write it down on my phone, and now I have a list of little topic ideas that I can riff on for videos. But if you look at it like that, I think it's super simple. And then you just want to make sure that when you actually do talk about it like this on camera, that you do it in a manner and a cadence that feels natural to people. Do it the way that you would actually talk. Don't overthink it, and then it comes off sounding natural, and people will enjoy listening to you. But that's pretty much key. So let's see what else is in the old list of things that you need to know to make YouTube videos that don't suck. Now I want to talk about marketing a channel. And this is, I think, a little controversial with the people I've chatted with about it. But my theories are that you don't really, like, YouTube kind of does a good enough job that you shouldn't really need to be doing any external marketing. The problem is, content like this, moto vlogs where you ride around and talk about shit, like, it's a pretty specific thing for a person to watch. How am I going to explain this? Basically, it's like making motorcycle adventure videos or vlog videos like this is not something that, like, the general population of the world is interested in watching. The people who are interested in watching this stuff are looking for it and finding it on the internet. YouTube and Google, and optimizing those two things for your channel is probably the #1 best way to actually get exposure. Because if you go around handing out business cards or flyers or something to people, like the soccer mom driving the minivan doesn't really fucking care. So why are you trying to market to her? It's like you can go around and tell everyone to watch your videos. Unless they're into this type of content, I think you're wasting your energy. Like, if you're going to market it, you have to market it directly to the people that are into it. So whether that's somehow getting access to motorcycle communities somewhere and convincing them to check it out, I don't know. I believe that Google has optimized YouTube very well, better than we think, even though we complain about it all the time. I certainly do. But, like, I've turned this thing into something where 1,000 people watch my video in a week, and all I have ever done is just try to make videos that are entertaining. I've never gone out and actually tried to market anything, and I'm growing. Like, I'm not growing fast or whatever. I've complained about that before, but, like, it's happening, and it's happening because my keywords are on point, my tags are on point or whatever. I got pretty good thumbnails, and I got pretty good content. And so when people click on my videos and they watch it, their watch time is recorded, and then YouTube says this video is good, so we're going to promote it in sidebar suggestions and stuff, and we're going to show it to more people who are already looking for these types of videos. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at this point, I think that probably still the best way to market one of these YouTube endeavors is just to get your ducks in a row on YouTube and then make videos and put all your energy into making something that's actually good, actually entertaining, whether you're sitting there talking to a camera like this, doing something somebody wants to listen to, or you're doing wheelies and backflips. Doesn't matter. And probably the second most effective way to market a channel is through collaboration. And you used to heard all the time that YouTube would be like, oh, collaborating is like the best way to grow your channel, this and that. Here's the problem with collaborating, is that both parties have to have something to offer each other. Let's say I go up to Everride's house and I hang out with Everride and we make a video together. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone who watches my content already knows who Everride is. They're probably already watching his videos, or if they don't like them, they don't watch them. But regardless, they've already made a decision on him. However, his viewers may not have seen me yet. So I have something to gain, and he has nothing to gain. You know, and maybe, you know, you can find bigger channels that are willing to promote you for the hell of it. Kind of like I did with Thumper Hunts and T-Dub's Kid and Nameless Riders. And I did that because I believe that, like, we should probably be promoting each other, but it's like if those guys promoted me, it wouldn't make a dent. It's actually, I think it's kind of challenging because you got to find channels that have similar sizes and similar demographics so that you can cross-promote them and that. But, I mean, in the dual sport motorcycle vlogging community, there's none of that. So, like, who am I supposed to go collaborate with? You know what I mean? Like, I have been tossing around the idea of nagging one of the bigger sport bike vloggers who's got a budget to fucking come out here and camp with me. I wonder if they would even do it. Like, it would definitely be good for their content. Like, you know, people would probably like to see some dude on a supermoto riding a dirt bike around and learning how to make a fire. That might be interesting. But I haven't sent any emails yet. I don't even know if I can get someone to respond to me, honestly. So we're only depending on the basic manner in which YouTube automatically promotes videos such as mine, you know. I guess that's my point then with collaboration, is that it's a weird animal. It's a weird little beast. So additionally, when you're starting out, one of the things that bugs me the most is when I see people really working it to market their channel, and then when you go to their channel, they don't really have anything that's any good. So if you're gonna go out and try to convince all your friends and shit to watch your videos, you should probably make sure you have videos that are worth watching. Because when someone comes to your channel and they're like, wow, this guy's blowing smoke, they don't subscribe, they're not gonna watch your videos. You know, you come to my channel now, if you're new to it, you're like, oh wow, there's like 50 videos on here I can watch, and like 25 of them are camping video. I don't know the real numbers, actually, I'm making it up. But like, I have a lot of stuff that you can go back and enjoy. And so when the people come to my channel, they can see that this is an established system that's been going on for a while, and it's going to continue going on, and they poke around and they find videos in there that they like, and they're like, yeah, I'll subscribe to this guy. But if you don't have that, it's a bit weird when you tell people to come and watch your videos, you know, and don't tell people what you're going to make. Like, don't tell people to subscribe because of stuff that you're going to do. Nobody cares. Right? And nobody will ever subscribe for that. They will subscribe for videos that you are making. I see that a lot. Like, people make a channel and they're like, hey, I'm going to start, I don't know, motorcycle camping and shooting guns. And like, okay, that's cool. When are you going to start? It's like, soon. And then they never get a motorcycle. And they never film anything. And now, like, you haven't really done yourself any favors. Have a product to sell before you start trying to sell it. It's the most annoying thing ever. Anyway, these are my thoughts about what it takes to make decent videos now that I'm in my 3rd year of doing this. I started uploading actual, like, moto vlogs in the summer. I think it was like June or something, so I count that as my anniversary. So when I say the 3rd year, I'm talking about since last June. But we'll see what else I can learn. What other ideas about making decent videos I can come up with. Anyway, I'm getting kind of hot. It's warming up. It's about 12:40. The original plan today was to leave my house at 1 o'clock and go camp, but I'm not really feeling it. I was celebrating last night because I paid off all my credit cards. We had a lot to drink. So next week, there will be something, but it might not be a camping video. And regardless, I want to thank everyone for participating in this YouTube project of mine. Thank you for watching and sitting through this.
not what it seems, but